Good morning, dear students. This is English class. I hope all of you are staying safe at home. Yes? Well, today's class is all about a beautiful poem that is name is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. So open your textbook, children, page number 29. Well, we will start the poem that name is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Look at the title of the poem, children. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. The title itself tells that this poem is all about a nature. This poem is all about a nature because concentrate on three words that is, see children, woods, snowy and evening are three elements of nature. Yes, elements means particular things. Here, woods means a forest area. Snowy means the weather that is related to nature. Yes, snow time. And evening is the time of a day. So, title itself clarifies this is a nature poem. Yes, are you ready to see this poem? Yes, children, we'll start by by line. Okay. Shall we start now, children? First line. Whose woods these are? I think I know. So, in first line, we come to know that Robert Rose has come to the woods. Woods means a open forest area. He has come to the forest area and he thinks that he knows whose forest it is. In the second line, he explains us whose forest it is. He asks questions in the first line, children, and in second line he answers it. Okay, now we'll see what is second line. His house is in the village though. So the owner of the forest stays near by the village. Where he is staying? In the village. Third and fourth line, he says that the owner of forest will not see two things. What are those two things? We'll see. Number one, he will not see me stopping here. And second thing that he won't see is to watch his woods fill up with snow. The owner of the forest not able to see that his woods are filling up with snow. It means that snow is falling over the trees and leaves. All are filled with the snow. Snowing area. You can imagine how beautiful it was, children. Robert Frost was standing in between the woods and it's a snowy evening. How beautiful imagination of the poem, isn't it, children? Beginning with the second stanza. In that first line, my little horse must think it queer. Queer means strange. So in the second stanza, we come to know that the Robert Frost was not alone. He is combined with his little horse. And Robert Frost was tells us that it seems very strange for his little horse. What are the strange things the horse is feeling? He answers in next three lines. What are the strange things? We'll see, children. Next, second line. To stop without a farmhouse near. His little horse is feeling strange. How my owner has stopped today in the place where there is no farmhouse nearby. See, generally when people used to go in Iran's place, they used to go horseback or else in animal cart. They used to stop near farmhouses because the animal and the owner itself could take some rest. So here there was no farmhouse near for taking any rest, and weather is such a chilling and snowing. So it is very strange to his little horse that owner has stopped in such a place there is no farmhouse. And another thing which feels strange for his horse is between the woods and frozen lake. And the location where they have stopped is one side there was a deep forest and the other side it is frozen lake. It means the lake what was all frozen up in cold. There is no water is available to drink. And also the third point says that the darkest evening of the year. See, here we can imagine everywhere it is too dark. He, we are standing in a deep and dark forest, and it is darkest evening of the year. No moonlight, it is all dark. All around you cannot see anything. So naturally, not only a horse, for anyone it will be very strange stopping in such a place in such a condition. Right, children? Next, we'll see third stanza. He gives his harness bell a shake. Now, see, this is a sign of when animal to communicate with his owner. This is harness bell, children. That is animal shake. His harness bell makes the sound of a harness bell to communicate with the owner. What is harness bell? See here, harness bell strap of the body of the horse attached to the cart. See in this way, that is called the harness bell. When the horse moves, the bell make a sound of horse is shaking the harness bell in this way. Now he is asking the owner, there is something mistake is happened with you because this is not this usual place to take rest. The only other sounds that sweep of easy wind and downy flakes. See, downy flake means fluffy cotton like snow. When the wind carries the snow flakes, it makes a harshy sound, means very rough sound that we can't bear it. That type of snow it will bring it. And the last stanza we'll see it now. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep. In the last stanza, poet tells us about description of the woods, and this is also a visual imagination, children. The description of woods, it is very beautiful woods, lovely woods. Woods means forest. Yes, it is a dark woods means the dense forest area, and as it is the darkest evening of the year. So you cannot see anything in between in the forest area. And its deep entire forest is filled with the trees, than trees and endless area and endless road. So it is called deep as well as. Okay, children? But I have promises to keep, though the weather, though places was very happiest to the poet, but still he has to go to leave the place immediately because he is having promises to keep here. Promises means duties and responsibilities of life. He is to go from this forest because he is having many responsibility to take up. As children, some places will like very much, but we can't stay in that such in same place. We have to go to some other place and we have to going on. Yes, in a such a way he is saying, I can't stop here. I should go to my other responsibility. I have more responsibility. I have to do it. He is saying and miles to go before I sleep. Same lines are repeated two times, children, here. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So the first line, I and miles to go before I sleep, implies that the poet has to leave this place immediately. So because he has to complete his journey and he has to go to his home and he has to take rest And second line, and miles to go before I sleep, means he has to fulfill many responsibilities and take such journey many times before he go to his deathbed. See, children, how beautiful poem it is. This is the imagination poem by Robert Frost. Yes, I hope everyone has enjoyed the poem. Okay, now we'll write a notes part in your notes. Okay, children, this is a reading poem. You have to read it. Don't memorize it. Okay, you have to read it. You have to improve your reading skill. Okay, children.